I haven't noticed. Are you petting the dog each time you go back? You better be, bitch. Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God. I gotta restart the stream. New game. Better for streaming. I think the audience prefers it. Detective mode? Oh. Oh yeah, streamer mode. That's me. I can't believe the game used to be not voiced over. Disco? Wasn't. Time to run a physical run. No. Yes? Yes. I'm gonna punch everyone. There is a punch Kuno check, but I don't remember what it required, so I'm gonna open.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Ever. Never. Ever. Never, ever, ever, baby.
Sounds like a car.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of... Yes, it is.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass...
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Somewhere in the sore bloat like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a...
This fan has two chain pull switches. One, the blades come squeaking to a halt. You swoop up what you have in your hand. The fan stands a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't over. Little black spots dance.
Let's go.
You hear a jingle. It says whirling in red.
No, wait. Nope. Bro, I was about to hit the shoot first and then
The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy. What do you mean?
Fuck, never
Assess
mind.
the damage. How would you do?
Shut up, there's 58. That's not good.
A mirror. Hot. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there. As you abort, you clearly have not. Behold.
Behold.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. Please stop. It's horrible. You can't, can you? What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies. Whatever happens, you liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. Try something.
No, I want to use on the ladies. I would be a bitch to her.
Hello, officer.
The young woman, her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks.
No.
The young woman shakes her.
No, you're a police officer. Okay, cool. I won't. Okay.
Whoa. Something wants to come out of you. A bit of vomit. Thankfully, you keep it down, because your body does not control you.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. I couldn't say. In truth, so far,
No.
mostly drinking.
My suggestion is low.
The words have already left your mouth.
Oh no!
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. No, you see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more time. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
Oh, this is an important choice. Because in this game, you could like be a different kind of cop and you like take a, like one of those thought processes, right? And that'll like unlock different dialogue and stuff. So I gotta pick the right cop. There's a hobo cop. There's like a superstar cop. I'm about to be the cop of the apocalypse.
Has the time come already?
Oh, yeah.
Mere minutes. I should go and prepare then. Thank you. This has been delightful. I hope it does all come crashing down. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
No, but it's gonna be harder late game. No! No! Late game's gonna be difficult now. That sucks. No. Oh yeah, the shoe. Oh, that was hard for me to find.
2 identical shoes, both copiously green. Go ahead, just as long as...
You just don't have the swag for shoes in.
his late 20s, stands behind the counter. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
You don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Yes, you are. A real decorated hero. What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike. No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since... No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here. She just, you know...
a competent work of taxi. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua."
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you.
Get fucked.
A bespectacled man in an orange as you approach, on the sleeve of his bomber jacket as well as on its back.
Don't
Hello.
shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? No, I don't think so. We should ask him for a rundown of the area, now that I'm here as well. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree? Mm-hmm. Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for...
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
Oh yeah.
After it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of whipping is inadvisable.
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
Ew.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation.
What? I have no idea what that means.
Harbinger of Ruin. That's what I'm naming my next ship. Of Ruin.
What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No, I...
Do you have her...
As a matter of fact...
This sounds like something you can...
You said you just got here. From...
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock.
But you still know your way around.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said...
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's your turn. The body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's there's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through that hole and...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
I don't know which was better. Oh, he called me a fag, or sounded like extortion to me.
But you see, he didn't.
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here, or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
God damn it. Almost. Put this man in his place. I could check. I could try it. Yeah, I could pass an 8%.
The words leave your mouth as if walking up the stairs. Everything is going fine until you reach the end and take one step too many.
I fucking well can, bitch.
Oh, so apparently I'm a bitch now. Okay, I'll be the bitch, and you'll be the broke cop who owes me money. And no one will arrest anyone because that's...
Sir, leash in your tongue.
The words nail the cafeteria manager to his place. Unmoving,
Officer, you need to contact your station. Ask your people for assistance with the money you owe this place.
I'm sorry, but I can't let him stay here if he doesn't pay. He's 3 days on the slip. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, he'll have to work this from home.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's no need. Let's go. Goodbye, sir.
The cafeteria manager stands silently. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank.
Who gives a fuck? Let's go.
The man, a colour on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not...
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above.
There is only one way to
Let's
wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the building from the earth.
Why the yelling, man?
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've seen the future. Now, if you excuse me again, officer. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, and if someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious.
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc. You heard what I said. Draw your...
The lieutenant gives you... So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Indeed. Help yourself to some... Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. So thank God, no.
The worker stares at you.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out...
Fuck sleep. Despite the headache and the queasiness, You feel like you've got at least a 10-kilometer run in you.
Oh yeah.
The dock worker doesn't answer.
A call? I don't know. Shit this body out, bitches. I'm not gonna throw up. Oh my god.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Blow.
As you breathe in,
Oh no!
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of
28% check.
to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is green. The material appears to be ceramic. It's delicate and fragile. They feel
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabaton, ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, and
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
There goes super well my bell button pants.
You do understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you? You have a point there, detective. You have a point. But there's no way you are getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots for 7 days. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think they are the only thing left on him?
you're sure there's a way to peel them off. But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Yeah, fuck dishonorable. What is this? Ghost of Tsushima?
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we? The locals probably scavenged it. We should keep a lookout for these pieces.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Oh god, I can actually do that? That'd be pretty big.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless. A small... Suddenly your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch. Your fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The only difference is a barely audible click underneath. Sounds like the end of a long dice roll.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. It is, We've requested similar material for a full set, about 4 years of wages. By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? It means disciplinary hearing.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. The cadaver slowly twists on the collar. The hangman's knot is pulled tight, but oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the raw part, industrial strength. The can used for tying car. Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating them. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
The cadaver hang an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. From the
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to...
So nice.
Oh, let's go!
He wears a wide leather belt around. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted it, sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful.
You've acquired an interactable item. Invest.
His eyes are dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to... The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green, and only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears
So, what do you think?
Bitch, I think he's dead.
I agree. Totally dead.
Buster's not coming back.
No siree. I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I do. Most of...
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How? It absolutely will not, officer.
Yeah, Now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it. Take the shot.
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Which one should I say? Easy does it, partner.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The chick's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow Stess was the wrong choice. His shoulders are raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot. Mookabat asshole.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Oh god, I'm gonna be a bitch, huh?
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it. No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with... I have to say, it's beginning to look...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shock yourself.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting fight...
They only have one gun.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station.
Take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it and
Banana
shoot yourself in the
pointer.
mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You step.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Look at that, it's not that bad.
Your field of view narrows.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
God, what should I do? Fucking point the gun at Kuno.
Set me free!
Don't.
Do it!
Oh no!
Put it right here, Mulka! Right here!
I just pulled the trigger. It's not even 17%, dog. I hesitated for a moment. I cut that shit in half. God, what will happen if I do? Oh no!
You hear an explosion within the weapon in your hands. The branches of the pine tree behind the girl shake ever so lightly. Your ears are still ringing. A plume of smoke has erupted from the barrel. The little monstrosity stands in the cloud. Her face is petrified. Then it begins to twist demonically.
You fucking learn to shoot!
Whoa, see? Pig tried to shoot you. You're alive?
Yes, Kuno, I can see that!
You sense nylon moving somewhere to your left. There's motion in your peripherals. Then it's already too late. The gun has left your hand, still numb from the recoil. The lieutenant...
I think you're underestimating the gravity of this situation, officer. We need to take a breather from this scene. We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have... I did not want us to be indebted to Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves.
You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive?
So
wanna
he tried to kill
punch
Kuno's
Kuno.
girl. What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in you. Yeah.
I've been in your room.
But you and Kuno are good for now. Pals, shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word.
One word out of you, pig shite, and you're locked out of the Kuno experience forever. You hear me?
You hear the Kuno?
Oh no.
You and Kuno are fucking done. Get the fuck out of Kuno's sight.
Let's go, officer.
The kid doesn't even look at you. You're dead to him. The girl is ignoring you. It's like you don't exist at all, as far as she's concerned.
Shot a child on stream. Ooh.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been, well, as you probably know.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir. Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the...
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Really? None. Maybe just a tiny bit of annoyance.
Let's go. Who got gloves now? Swagged out. Oh yeah. Oh, this is racist. I'm not talking.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city.
Yeah, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Do his accent.
I
Right?
know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and be. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that? Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Oh, one got.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kids are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's what the kids of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I get down with the reason.
Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the forces that seek to undermine the well-being of our people.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn of events.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on apples. Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Kim wants to talk to me.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? Or were you just trying to win his confidence?
Oh God, what do I say here? Yeah, I'm mean. I'm a racist. I hate you, Kim. I hate you, Kim.
So you don't find his views, say, unbefitting of a police officer?
Already I'm a product of my environment. Maybe he's got a point.
And what point would that be? Stop right there. I know what you're going to say. Don't. Also, these attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business. Now, let's get back to the task at hand.
Yeah.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
I am the law.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
yeah.
Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand that. Right to work! Right to work! Rights of people. Rights of workers. Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on
Ew.
full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter. Pity.
Let us work! We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
That's good to know. Actually, that matters.
Scott? A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid, freaking evil to Scott. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scam. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. These scabs ain't begging. They ain't holding on to their integrity. It's just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Let's go.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to, you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Aye,
baby.
you lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not a sorry-ass scab.
body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic quantities of ethanol, but you are robustly built. You will survive.
I can see you were once an athlete, then deteriorated in your 20s. It is typical of your haplogroup. Let's blame the failed education system and leniency towards degenerates in your homeland.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company. Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here.
My world's first.
The influence of the Am Sandwich race is waning.
Let's go.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. But bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
So what check?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He also, to serve, is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and
we almost got
moronic.
murked.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up. Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We are the future. That I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception. No, I have heard about it on the radio. I'm from Couronne, and no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. But you have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help.
That'd be big place.
Your race descent has... Your race descent has only...
Let's go. Trying to save scum, baby. Let's go.
Your race descent has only worsened
Yeah.
since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
Must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
No.
Race descent has only worsened since I last saw
Big
you.
place.
You have really let yourself
Oh, they, oh.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Let me look at him.
He's open. Rip into him. Right hook. Escalate it. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer.
So check this play out, Max. This is gonna be better than your freaking no scope. I had a back up from a 360 flying spin kick. Let's go. Hey yo!
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise.
Disco Inferno.
The button. As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Let's go.
No one is the new measurehead.
Oh,
Let's
damn.
go before he gets up.
Big plays. Yeah, bro, we have to do shit. He told me not to, but I did. He didn't stop me either.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Evrart Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that man.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a...
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 back.
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your... You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. You'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have for after we finish the investigation.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
Nope, I lost.
Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
2 watching, who's watching me? Well, that's game. At least